To change the style of a visual menu, click the Menu Action button and choose Edit Style. One way to quickly apply style is by selecting one of the many presets that ships with visual menus. You can select them from the pull-down menu, or you can scroll back and forth through the list with these buttons. If you create a style that you'd like to save as a preset, press the plus button, give it a name, and it'll be added to the list. You can delete the currently selected style by pressing the minus button. There are a couple of more options in the Actions button here. Export Styles allows you to save out one or more of the style presets in a file for safekeeping or for sharing with others. It will let you choose the file name and location. You would then use the Import Styles option to bring in a file saved using the Export option. Presets record all of the options found on the dialog box, except for opacity and scale. Let's have a look at all of the parameters that we have to style the menu. Click here to change the general color of the button. This one sets the color of the button in its hovered state, or when the cursor is hovering over the button. The fields here below contain a hex representation of the color and allow you to paste in or type in hex web colors from your favorite online color picker or color picker utility. These buttons let you set a border color and thickness for the buttons. For example, to create a white border, let's first set the color, then add a thickness. Of course, if the thickness is set to 0, no border will be shown. This last button is where you set the background color for the menu. You can set the font, font size, font color, and other font attributes. You can set the roundness of the button's corners. With the value of 0, the corners are sharp. Let's try 10 pixels. 20. If we go up high enough, the button will become round. And if we go above that, the effect disappears. If the size of the menu is too big or too small for you, you can scale it up or down by entering a scale factor here. Let's try 1.25. 1.5. 2. You'll notice that when we enter 2, the scale factor has been reduced to 1.85. That's because the maximum size of a menu is limited to 90% of your screen size. This scaling feature can be helpful if you have a laptop with a 4K monitor or if you're farsighted. Here you can give your menu some transparency so you can see what's going on in the scene behind it. I find that setting it somewhere between 85 and 95% works well for me. You can also change the styling of individual buttons. To do that, first click on the Buttons Action toggle, then click on any of the buttons that appear and choose Edit Style. Let's change the color a bit. Accept. You can then copy and paste that style to other buttons, if, for example, you want to visually link a group of related buttons together. If you clear the style of a button, it will go back to inheriting whatever style is set on the menu. And that's how to style your visual menus.